Hello and welcome back to all my subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber, what's wrong with you? Right. I wanted to talk today about reading. Now, I set myself a goal at the start of this year to read 125 books this year. Now, 125 doesn't seem like a very big number, but it is actually quite a difficult thing to accomplish to read 125 books. So, the reason I did this is because I'm getting old now, and there are something like 4 million books a year published in the world, and I, I haven't seen hardly any of them. So I decided I was going to try and make a very, very, very small dent in this, and work that if I live for the next 20 something years, I could read 2,500 books of those millions, well, probably billions of books published, uh, and try and just get through as many as I could in topics that interested me and in languages that I knew. So I've started to read books. I've started one book in Korean, and a year later, almost a year later, I'm still used that same book. I haven't actually finished it. I've read a few books in Italian and a couple books in French, but the vast majority have been in English. But it's just a target now. As it stands at the moment, this is almost the 1st of November, and I have finished 114. So I won't I've got 2 months to do the remainder, so I really don't think I'm going to have a problem reading 11 books, given that the sort of rate that I have been reading. Now, you might not be interested in reading, but if you're learning a second language, then you really should be interested in reading, because reading is one of the major things that help you improve. Um, and if you're not learning a second language, then reading helps you improve, self improvement, knowledge. It just helps in a number of ways. And also, it just lets you have access to more interesting stuff. And there's a lot of free things to read. Like if you have a local library, then you can go there and get books. Um, you can get books like textbooks that are free, available on the internet. I did an entire podcast at the Autodidactic Podcast, which I'll put on the screen, the link to that episode. But you can find a lot of textbooks for free to learn things like mathematics or science, or whatever you want, because there's just a huge amount of open sourced textbooks available. And I've done a series on the Internet Archive and a lot of the things that are available there, old magazines that are out of print, things like Dr. Dog's Journal, which I can never seem to pronounce properly, or Byte Magazine, or many of the other magazines, if you're a computer aficionado. But there's other magazines there as well, that you can download or check out and read, whichever you prefer. So, I would encourage you to try and set a goal for yourself. It doesn't have to be in the hundreds. It could be, 5 or 10, or even just 12 books a year, one a month. Shouldn't be that difficult for anybody to do, in theory. But let me know in the comments how many books do you read? I mean, how often do you read, or do you have some sort of target goal like me, or you just sort of read as and when you like, or you only read when you go on holiday on the beach? How do you do it? I'm quite curious. I'm interested to know. All right, well, that's it for me. I hope that you will subscribe if you're not already, and like the video and share it around. But more importantly, just put some stuff in the comments. Let me know what your thinking is regarding how much you should read and how often, etc. All right, that's it for me. Thanks a lot. Bye.